What's up? What's up, guys? Camo coming at you. OG camo coming at you. One more.
Like, oh, I gotta turn that off. All right, got my intro rumble, more like OG camo.
Anyways, what's up, guys? We're just gonna go over some trades that I took today, and oh wait a minute, I got my freaking stream over here also talking to me. Jesus, I'm all over the place today. We're gonna go over some trades that I took, and more importantly, the ones I didn't take because of prior risk management. You really have to protect yourself from big losses, because when you finally get it, you finally nail down this strategy that is absolutely killer, then you don't have the confidence to actually trade it because of the big losses that you took prior. And when you like, oh, this is a good setup, I should get in, and you try to be too perfect and you miss the opportunity to get in, and then you get to sit back and watch it hit your take profit that you would have set. And we're going to kind of go over that today, which is probably more important, because if you were inside of Team Alpha yesterday, we got an opportunity to sit down, get a free training with some really good traders who really talked about risk management. And of course, I'm taking notes and all this stuff. And one of the things we discussed was trying to do too much, trying to trade too many strategies. You really need to take one strategy, nail it down, and master it. Then you can add more down the road. We get so enamored with seeing these big profit and show your profits and stuff like that, and man, we want it now, instead of taking the time to stop and pause and, hey, we're not there as a trader yet to make those big gains. It's baby steps. Like the guy Select, a couple years ago, he started with a couple $1,000s. Now he's making millions, but you have to start small to get to where he's at. We see him at now, and you have a tendency to want to compare your weaknesses with somebody else's greats, I guess, what they're good at compared to your weaknesses, and you don't see what happened from his start to where he's at now. So let's go over some trades here. Jump to the chart. There we go. I changed my stream deck a little bit. I got different icons. I didn't recognize which icon I wanted. So the first trade I took was actually last night, pre-market. Market open 6 o'clock. Here's our first trade. It was actually, this was prior to the training. I think I saw a Discord come up, hey, we're going to do some training tonight, and this was actually, I think, a 15-minute orb breakout, broke out, secured profits, got a 1-to-1 trade on that, no problem. Sat in the training, they're talking about, hey, if you're trading too many strategies, you're probably not going to be good at anything. Like I talked about in that program that I put out, you want to, nobody's afraid of the 10,000 punches that you know, they're afraid of the punch that you've practiced 10,000 times. So okay, so I am not going to trade any more 15-minute orbs for at least now. I'm going to go back to what just passed the my last combine. Other than that one fluke trade that I took, left just a random limit order on the screen, but made 2,500 bucks before that on that combine eval. Basically is the zone to zone plays. As you can tell, these are 4-hour liquidity zones, smart money zones, support and resistance, whatever you want to call them. They're based off 4 hours. In other words, if you go to that program, I posted a video, it talks about how to lay them out. You go here and you're basically looking for your big support and resistance levels. And of course, boy, is this a doozy here. This whatever, I guess, Israel attacked Iran tonight. So I come home from playing golf and I get to see this, and I'm like, man, that went through all my zones. But jump back over here to the 5-minute. First trade, went through the training. All right, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I went back and reviewed my charts, and I took some pictures. I'm like, man, every time it's going from zone, this one kind of broke out, but it eventually went zone to zone, and then trade here. Eventually came down to this zone, back up to this zone, down to this zone. So it is trading zone to zone, if you can ignore all this noise in the center. So today I'm like, all right, I'm just going to trade zone to zone plays, at least shoot for a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, and let's see what happens. So woke up, I don't know, I was kind of sick, so I woke up kind of late around here. So here was my first trade. This bad boy right here. Why did I get in this trade? If I can remember. It was this. I can't remember why I got in it now. Obviously, it's not a zone play. Yeah. I don't. Unless that marker's wrong or something. I might have moved the marker or something like that. Basically, I got in this. I thought it was back here someplace maybe, but maybe it's not. Maybe I got it here. I actually got traded in the wrong freaking account. This is actually a blown eval com, and I traded in there, so that one don't count anyway. So it would eventually been a 3-to-1 trade. Might have been playing like 921 EMA cross or something like that. I don't know. But this was the first quality setup out of my Express account this morning. So I'm up like, I think I'm up like $25 or so, and I get this. Of course, we got news coming here, CPI or PPI or something like that this morning. So basically, I secured another 1-to-1 trade here. Got stopped out with this liquidity sweep before this big run up. Not playing this. I tried it yesterday and I got burnt a little bit. And tried to bracket it. Don't do that. So got the 1-1 here. So I'm up like $75 on a day. Here I'm playing short off the bottom of my zone. Well, what's it doing? It's rejecting. Then we get this crazy wick for whatever reason. I have no idea. Just bam, stop me out. No problem. I lost 15 points here or something like that. So I'm still up. I think I ended up up today like $45, $47 or something like that. No biggie. But then this is where those prior big losses come into play. Of course, I went back to my rule. I don't trade from open to 11 o'clock. After 11, things kind of normalize a little bit. So didn't trade into here, but like I said, here's another zone. The zone play could have very easily have traded this. But then after 11 o'clock, I'm looking at this here and I'm like, I just left my office, but I'm watching it on my phone. And I'm like, that's a setup. I need to get in this. But then I start thinking about those losses that I took. Well, what if it goes the other way? I don't want to go from being up $47 and then suddenly being red on a day. You miss 100% of the opportunities, 100% of the balls that you don't swing at. So, yes, I was away from my desk, but I could have very easily done the trade on my phone. So I kind of made an excuse for myself to miss this trade. What did it do? Zone to zone. Could have gotten a 3-to-1 here or 4-to-1. I mean, that was an easy 4-to-1 here. But eventually, zone to zone. Same thing here. Now this isn't a this is a clean rejection, but I like a rejection to kind of a retest. But it came down. This is a clear rejection candle. Could have gotten anywhere in here and rode this thing up back to a zone. So here's 2 zone to zone plays that I missed. Could have gotten here again also. It kind of bounced around. Ignore the noise. Could have gotten a 3-to-1 in here, 4-to-1 or so. Could have gotten a 21, the 921 EMA cross here. Would have been 3-to-1 trade. Ignore the noise, and zone to zone. Could have gotten a minimum 3-to-1. Another zone to zone, of course. Then we got this craziness here. It goes down through these zones, kind of come up, kind of retest it. Blew through the zone, came up, retested. If I was not on the golf course, this is another perfect entry right here. And then you ride it back down, zone to zone. So the 4-hour liquidity zones work. You have to have the confidence to place the trades. If it goes against you, you get stopped out for 15, 20 points, whatever. But if it goes in your favor, like it would have today, it would have paid out big. I did the math. It would have been over 300 points of profits if I just played the zone to zone. Minimum 200 if I would have taken the 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 or 1-to-3 to 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. But if you keep taking those big losses, even if it's on an evaluation or combine, every time that you take a big loss, you blow an account, your psyche is taking a hit. Yeah, you may tell yourself it's just evaluation, it doesn't matter, but you're picking up these bad habits. And when you go to a funded account, and this is, oh, I love showing this. It's like, yeah, I'm a new trader. And what I mean by new trader, I've been trading futures for about I think it's going on 8 months or something like that, 7 months or so. But the one of the CEOs of Top Step on an interview said it takes anywhere between 12 months to 16 months to become a profitable prop firm futures trader. So if you're outside of that 12 to 16 month range, consider yourself still a new trader. So everything that you do up until that time is either helping you or setting you back. So we go back, start in April, strategy looked like, man, it was working pretty good. And this was right after my one-on-one coaching. So I'm following the 1 hour liquidity zones, 1 hour support and resistance zones. Now I'm to the 4 hours. It's the same thing, but then after a while you begin to want to start putting in these other strategies. I'm only taking a couple trades a day, 2 trades, 2 trades, 2 trades. Now I'm taking 7, 11, 5. I'm trying to scalp the market instead of taking them big the big trades. Like I said, I mean, what are we biggest day here? 3 trades, $261, and this is trading micros. This isn't minis. This is trading, I think, max 5 micros or so. Yeah, here's 11 trades, $328. 6 trades, 290. It made $1,000 that week. What could you do with an extra $1,000? I mean, you just trade micros. Yeah, mini NQs are awesome because when they hit, you make thousands and thousands of dollars. But when they don't hit, you lose thousands of dollars. And when you're new, you really have to protect yourself from yourself. So then we go into the next month, and you want to talk about a psychological smack in the face. When your accountant goes from up 1,300 or so, and you're finally qualified for your first payout, then suddenly you take these massive losses back to back to back to back. It's not working. Now you see, you get back into it and you're scared. You're trading scared. $56, you lose 31. Now $7, $7, $29, $47, and $47 was a lot of money this morning trading 1 micro or so. And it's like, man, I could have had $75. So your confidence starts shrinking. So now the dollar amount that you're willing to risk starts to shrink because of those prior losses. So really protect yourself from yourself. So like I said, and what we're looking at here, which would have, this one would, well, this would have probably been a good trade. This one here would have been a little bit risky because you don't know what's going on with the news. It could easily continue to fall, but you could have taken this trade, gone long at the top here on this retest. You're putting your stop loss here, but you're looking for something like, you're looking for almost a whole zone to zone play back up. So that may not be a high probability trade. You could have taken it, but you would have lost that's 37 points there if you did the whole zone. Or you can try a short here. Same thing, your stop loss either here or above the 9 EMA. You're looking for 3 to 1. I don't have what is the, see it, I wasn't even prepared for it to blow that far down. We need to make some more zones here, so let's find some zones with you real quick. Couple people still on here. So what we got, kind of almost, we do have what do we got over here? Kind of lines here, lines here. So let's put a zone right at the top of these, and we need to run it to about the bottom of that wick or so. Catch these wicks. So it's gonna be probably the next lower 4 hour zone. You could add, this could be another one. It's gonna be pretty tight to that one or so. Grab some of these wicks here, and of course you got this one, which is going to be kind of a major one down here. It gets pretty tight here, so a lot of wicks that kind of line up here. So what I'll probably do is reevaluate these in the morning, but at least it gives you some target. You can probably yeah, because you kind of got a couple some stuff lined up here. At least gives you a semblance of a target. I don't like how tight these are, but it gives us something over to go by, because then we can come back to the 5 minutes and see, all right, it's going to get pretty tight over here. So you basically got to go through a couple zones, even if it's just a small incidental zone, to hit your 3-to-1. So it may not be a good trade here. Probably more likely to reject this area and bounce back up. In my unqualified, non-professional opinion. But that's basically, I don't like these zones. They kind of look like trash. So I'll probably reevaluate them in the morning, depending on what this does over here. Other than that, guys. Alrighty then. Yeah, I'm kind of working on my new logo and stuff like that. May have to go ahead and delete that off my OBS. You can only have one stinger on OBS here. I haven't figured out how to. I just want that entrance logo on the very front before the stream starts. So I got some work going on over here. Well, that's about it, guys. Man, it's if you ever have any questions, I'm always on. I'm probably on Discord too freaking much. I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't. I'm just a scared little trader. I try to post everything that I see that I could have taken, so maybe it helps somebody kind of open your eyes. Like, okay, I see what you're doing. The same thing like SJV. Make sure I get his screen name right. Yeah, SJV. Same thing with his zones that he posted earlier today. Absolutely paying off. So there's a lot to be said about these support and resistant areas, these zones, smart money zones, whatever you want to call them. Definitely play off of them. So you're not going into the market blind. Kind of gives you a good risk management, stop loss, gives you an idea instead of just kind of guess where you want to put your stop loss or using a monetary amount. It gives you a level. If it hits that level, it's probably going to go the other way anyways. So then it's just going to be a matter of a risk. How much are you willing to lose if it goes all the way back to that level? So you determine if it's going to be 1 micro, 5 micros, 1 mini, 5 minis, 10 minis, whatever it is. It's up to you. And then your gives you some place for your risk reward. Take profit, whether you're playing zone to zone like I do or am. Give you a heads up what I'm pretty much trying to do right now. I'm building this funded account back up because I drew it down so far with Top Step. You got to draw down, but as you increase your profits, that drawdown decreases. So at one time I had it down to like $700 or something like that drawdown. Well, I've gotten it up to $929. So my draw now I have about $1,100 drawdown. So I'm got a little bit more cushion, but I'm not ready to go full, let's say 2 micros or whatever, because basically my strategy, what I'm eventually going to do is I'm going to 2 micros right now, take one profit at 3-to-1, and then leave a runner to zone play. Once it hits 3-to-1, move the runner to break even, and then leave it alone. Let it go zone to zone. And you can use micros, minis, whatever. All right. Of course, once you make a lot of money, you can increase. You can go to the 250,000 eval or accounts and stuff like that. But you got to start small. Got to start somewhere. And unfortunately, I had too many losses. I start from scratch. Play like a video game. Play like a gamer. Go figure. That's about it. I just wanted to throw it out there real quick. And like I said, floor me. I come home and see this freaking big freaking World War III candle over here. So people stop fighting each other. But that's above my pay scale. And that's all I have for tonight. I'm probably, depending on how much, actually I need to I need to lose money and then share it with you guys. It's easy and fun to share your trades when you make money, but it's sucks when you lose. The guys that do their live training inside our Discord, that's a lot of respect, man. There's a lot of pressure when you're doing live trading in front of people, so don't take that stuff for granted, because they feel obligated that they need to take a trade so they can show you that the stuff works, and it may force them into a bad trade. But they're doing pretty good keeping us safe and teaching us. So definitely thank them guys in there. I do every day. So with that, I will see you guys on the flip side. See you in the Discord.
Did you find what you were looking for? Did he treat you better? Did he love you more? Did he fulfill all your fantasies? You wanna talk? Let's talk. Was he more of a man than me? You're here with me, so I didn't think so. But yo, you gotta go. Praise on the broken heart.